Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and by request, you guys, today is the day we are diving in to the Modern Dreamer palette. This was so highly requested from you guys. Last Friday, I put up a review of the new NYX Born to Glow foundation. I will link it right up there. And in that video, I asked you guys, how do you want me to break down all these new products from NYX? What palette did you want to see an individual review on? And you guys chose this one right here. Now, with that being said, the Such a Know-It-All palette will be in a full review of a bunch of other NYX products, so you will be seeing this palette, but you wanted to see this one for the most part in a video all by itself. And I have to say, I totally agree with your guys' decision. It's kind of the same lines I was on as well, because I thought we would compare this one, the new one, to their old Swear By It palette, see if the formula is similar, the color arrangement, all of that sort of thing. So that's what we're going to be diving into today. And you guys are about to see swatches, but I just want you to know this right here. Oh my word, swatch heaven. I love swatches. Like, I will sit at night and like randomly pick up a palette that I've used 100 times and I'll just swatch eyeshadows because I think it is the most like enjoyable, like euphoric situation. And this, for some reason, to me is just, it's like, it sings to me. Like, I hear angels, and I just wanted you guys to see it like on my arm. I wanted to introduce it first, like it's my own guest. Like, hello, here's my arm covered in beautiful colors just for you. And I love it. Now, before we dive into the palette, I also want to let you guys know that this entire face right here is actually part of a full face of high-end first impressions, which is odd because this is a drugstore palette, but that's fine. But this whole face you will actually be seeing tomorrow. So editing Paige has made a commitment. She will be putting up the eyes today, and then tomorrow the rest of the face. And for that reason, for 24 hours, I apologize, but the description box, oh girl, it's gonna be blank, because I'm not gonna tell you guys anything that is going to be on this face until tomorrow's video, and then you're gonna get all the tea, because I can't go spoiling my own surprise. So make sure you are subscribed and that your notifications are on, because the rest of this is, like I said, a lot of new high-end makeup, and I'm so excited for what is about ready to happen tomorrow. But that's irrelevant right now, y'all, because I'm excited. We are going to dive into this NYX palette. Now, this is something that when I saw it on their website, I was like, yes, girl, another one of these big old palettes from NYX. I really, really enjoyed the Swear By It palette. I know there's a lot of differing opinions. We will get to that here in a second. But first, I want to go ahead and show you guys this palette and read a little bit about it from the NYX website, which is where I picked it up from. So what you need to know here, this is a $35 palette, and it says, makeup dreams are made of this. The all-new Modern Dreamer Shadow Palette. Our expansive set features a stunning spectrum of 40 rich shades in foiled matte and satin finishes. From warm and cool neutrals to vibrant primaries, each tone is surrounded by complementary colors for intuitive application. These velvety smooth powders blend beautifully and deliver intense payoff and make it easier to create almost every look you can imagine. Perfect for newbies, pros, and everyone in between. Any inspired artist can take their look from everyday to editorial with this incredible collection. Now, something that is not listed in their description is how much product there is per pan, and that's something I always touch on. I do shoot for 0.05 ounces per pan, and in these ones they are 0.03. Now, normally I would be a little bit like, oh, that's not a lot of product, but this palette is $35 for 40 shades, so you're paying under $1 per shade, and for that purpose, for the amount it is, like amount cost-wise per shadow, I'm not mad at how much you get. And this was one of those cases where if something was supposed to be bright, it was bright. If it was meant to be glittery, it was glittery. It had very much so the tone of whatever it had in pan, and that's something that I find all too often doesn't happen with drugstore shadows, especially when they're inexpensive. So for this to come in at $35 but be 40 shadows, I personally am not mad at it. I also really love that with this palette, when I went through and swatched it, I loved all the eye. I mean, this is like an infinite number of eye looks right here, and I really, really enjoy that because there's a lot of tones in here that seem similar. For example, these two right here, but they would be a perfect way to build a color on another to make a nice simple blending crease. But then they also included colors over here that were really bright and beautiful and bold and poppy that you could go there and really like take your look to the next level and create some beautiful bold look. So I love the difference in color that this one has, and for me personally, that's something that the Swear By It palette didn't completely have. I think it had a lot of beauty to it. I used this palette a ton when I first got it. I did obviously my full review of it a long time ago, and I really did enjoy this palette, but my biggest issue with it was that I felt like a lot of the tones in here were very similar. For me, this was more of like an all-encompassing fall palette. It had a lot of those nice deep like mustard yellows and those kind of fall orange colors, and then these beautiful like burgundy purples over here. And truth be told, those are the colors that I really, really loved and gravitated towards in this palette. And that's something that I really loved going into this one, the Modern Dreamer palette, is that it had a lot more depth, I felt like, both in light to deep as well as in the brightness and the vibrancy of the shades. I feel like we have a couple that are more on like that deep fall toned side right over here that you could deepen up a look. You have that really beautiful like bright neon-y kind of color that's just bold and vibrant for going into summer and the type of year we're in right now. But then you also have these really nice even neutrals in here that are going to make it very easy to blend out a crease and go that route as well. But putting these palettes side by side, I feel like the Modern Dreamer, which is this guy right here, I think this one, you can tell by just looking at it, it does have a lot brighter of options, especially in the middle to side of it going that way. You can really see just like the brightness and the boldness of it. Whereas in this one over here, the Swear By It palette, it has a lot more of, like I was saying, those almost more traditional fall type shades or winter type shades that are more for like the deepening and the sultry kind of shades. And so for that reason, do I think they are dupable to each other? Not really. I would say maybe a third of the shades are close to dupable, but more than anything, I actually think that they're really beautiful complements to each other given the season that you're in. Like for example, if it were right now, honestly, I would reach for this one. I would reach for the Modern Dreamer. This one gives me summer vibes all day long, whereas the Swear By It palette really just gives me more, like I said 100 times, more like that fall vibe. I'm not mad at either one, that's for sure. I think they're both beautiful. Now, as far as consistency goes, obviously I haven't put them on my eyes yet, but I will say that today's palette, the Modern Dreamer, when I was swatching and going through this right here, holy bejesus, it felt so nice and just velvety. None of the shimmer shades went on and were like chunky or anything. They were all just very even in consistency, pigmentation, everything across the board I felt like was very, very nice. There was one shade down here that's kind of like a light shimmer glitter. That one I don't think looked the best on camera, but it does look very nice in real life. And as far as the rest of them go, I feel like they all just look stunning and I love the spectrum. So I'm really excited to dive in and see what we can create with this. I think there's a ton you can do with it and I'm sick of talking. So let's zoom in and let's get to it. So to go in first, I'm going to prime my lids here using my Tarte Shape Tape in Porcelain Beige. You know what I just realized I never did? I never shaped out my brows. Whoops. Probably should do that real quick. All right, so we're primed, we're ready to go, and I keep looking at this palette, and I have been doing a lot of really, really colorful looks lately, and I'm not over colorful looks by a long shot, but I do feel like I should do something maybe just a touch more wearable. Nothing too like, oh, I want it to be bland like a brown smoky eye, but I want something just a touch, I think, more wearable, and I have no idea what that's gonna mean for this look, but going into it, I do wanna play around with those colors, because in this palette, this is so clearly geared for every occasion. Like you can do something nice and bright through here. You could go in with any of these, like these top three colors right here are so nice in neutral. Like you can do everything with this. And I just don't want to focus on just the bright colors just because they're there. I feel like that would be a shame. So let's go ahead here and let's decide on a course of action. Okay, so I think where I want to get started is going in with this orange shade right here. And I am going to take that here on the Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. I'm going to work that through the crease up in the, I would say like the inner third of the eye. Me. I don't want to use the bright colors just because they're bright. Then me. First color, bright orange. Y'all, I really didn't think that would go on. So freaking vibrant. Holy crap, that is such a beautiful color. Like, I don't even think on camera is going to do it justice at all. This is so beautiful. Like, wow, that color. The vibrancy, the pigmentation, everything about it is gorgeous. Now next up, for the outer portion of the eye, I'm gonna go in with this color right here. Whoops, so we were here, we're gonna come down to this one right here. And we're gonna keep that one on the outer portion of the eye, and I'm gonna use the same brush just to blend the two together. You know, guys, I'm really starting to think I just can't help myself. Like, I don't know how this happens every time, but let me just tell you, the pigmentation on these, gorgeous. Love, love the way that those blended right there. Like, they're not patchy. They just seamlessly integrate with one another. It is gorgeous. And I think next up, I'm just going to take a little bit, same brush, by the way, I'm just lightly wiping it off in between colors. And I'm going to go in with this light, almost white bone color shade up there. And I'm going to use that up by the brow bone just to blend them both together on the top side. Oh my God, like that color is so freaking perfect. Like, it blended them together like a dream. And look at this color, like, on the brush. It is such a beautiful shade. I can't get over how much these are, like, perfect. Y'all, when I was in like elementary school all the way through high school, literally the only art skill I had was shading colors and making things blend together. And I think now, as an almost 30-year-old, it's really starting to show. I have no art skills, but I can blend. Okay, so given how bright this eye look currently is, I was going to go a totally different direction, but now I feel the need to take a different tack because I wanted this to be a little bit more chill, and it's turning out to be a lot of it not chill. So, drawing board. Drawing board. I don't think I want to go yellow. I think I'd rather go with the peachy shimmer. I think, what's this one? Purple? No, that's too much. See, actually, you know what? Pink might match. Gold, I think, might be better. Ooh, gold if I packed it all over. Wait a second, y'all. I was gonna do a cut crease, and I don't think I want to do a cut crease now. So change of plans. I'm gonna take my NYX Glitter Glue right here. That's what's all over my finger. And I am going to tap this all over the mobile lid. Yeah, I decided against this whole cut crease situation because honestly, I saw this gold shade. I was like, wait a second, this girl's not gonna thrive with no cut crease. You know how some shades you just look at them and you're like, no, you're not gonna, that's not gonna work out. So I'm gonna go in with this gold right here. So there she is on my finger. Now something to note, this looks this concentrated on my finger, but when you swatch it without like a glitter glue or any type of a set hard base, what this is gonna look like is more of like a sprinkly kind of glitter, and I really want it to go on concentrated. So that's why I went in first with the glitter. Oh, yep. Okay, so we're just gonna pat this all over, and I am gonna take this a little bit higher as well, up a little bit over that mobile crease, and then just lightly blend it out this way with my finger here. Oh my God, that is so satisfying. She's good. Now I am getting a fair amount of glitter fallout down here, so you might want to apply a little bake. I'm not too surprised going into this one though, because this one, when you swatch it and you look at it up close, it does appear to have a nice amount of glitter in it. So I'm not shocked and I'm not angry at it, just something to note. Now next up, just with my finger, no additional glitter glue. There's nothing tacky right here. I'm gonna go in with this shade. So we first went with this one and then we skipped over to here. Now I want the one right in the middle. And I'm gonna take this, it has a very like light amount of shimmer to it, and I want that to be a light little transition shade in between the outer V color and that gold. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, oh my, that's beautiful. Oh my God, those two, that shimmer and that gold together are giving me literal life right now. Wow. And because I didn't go in with a glitter glue or make that tacky or anything, I'm getting like a tiny, tiny bit of that gold that's still peeking through, and it just looks so light and just, it looks perfect. Perfect is the word I'm looking for. Perfect. Okay, so I was sitting here trying to figure out what do I want to do on the lower lash line, and I want to do something that will complement but not something that's going to overtake where we're at right now. So I'm going to go in actually with this really nice almost like mustard brown orange color, and I'm taking this on a very, very small Beige V20 brush. I really wanted to pick a color that wasn't going to be super overbearing but that would still just complement everything. And I feel like that, I mean, I'm gonna deepen up, I think, the outer V a little bit down there, but that color really does help the top part kind of show off without overtaking it. Like, it's a nice little bit, but not too much. I like that. Also, when I went in with this eye and I applied my glitter, I was a little bit more careful, and I have no glitter fallout over here. So just if you're careful with that one shade that you go in with, whether you're using a brush or your finger is fine, just be careful and you won't have an issue, because literally all I did was exercise the tiniest amount of carefulness and none. So that was more my fault, I guess, than anybody's. So next up, I'm gonna go in with this deep brown shade right here, and I'm going to take it on the same brush on the lower lash line and on the upper outer corner. I'm gonna take and smoke that color in just to give us a little bit of matching depth and pull the eye up into a V shape. And I am taking just the tiniest little dusting. I mean, like, I'm dipping in, I'm tapping this brush off multiple times, and then I am lightly dusting that brown color kind of in a wing eye shaped motion. just kind of off the corner of the eye right there, just because I want a light amount of depth and dimension, but I don't want it to be too much. All right, beautiful people, so this is where I am going to stop. I'm going to go ahead and get over into the other video, finish this whole thing up. So hang tight and I will be right back. And okay, you guys, this is the finished look. What do you think? How do you love this entire look? How it came together? I feel like going in with the rest of the products definitely helped. Now, like I said before, you will see all of these products tomorrow, so definitely stay tuned for that. But I have to say, just speaking from like an eyeshadow perspective, I'm so freaking impressed, you guys. I really, really love these. Now, of course, I will keep you updated because I only used a couple of shades today. And for those of you that are new, I do what I call product update videos. Every 2 to 3 weeks, I like to go back through. I tell you guys what I've been using and products you've seen in videos like this. I give you kind of an ending thought. Was it the same as I saw it in that video? What did I end up thinking? Was there a patchy shade? Was, you know, did the foundation wear better this way? That sort of thing. And those happen every 2 to 3 weeks. So definitely subscribe, turn on your post notifications if that's something you're into, because I will keep you updated as I use this palette. And let me tell you, based on what this did today, I would 100% use this again, even if there was no video, even if I wasn't telling you guys about it again. I would definitely use it because, guys, this was so beautiful. Everything blended like a dream. Nothing was patchy at all. And again, I know I only used what, like 5 or 6 colors, but I don't care. They were beautiful. I made sure they were bright and vibrant. And as I went through and used the palette, one shade, the deeper red shade on the outer V right here, that one had a little bit of kick in pan, like a little more than the rest. They all had a fair amount of kick in pan, but nothing crazy and no fallout other than that one glitter side that was over here. And when I did it on this side, like I told you before, I had no issues. The second time, I was just a little bit more careful. So overall, first impressions on this palette, it's beautiful. It blends like a dream. It swatches beautifully. It has a lot of versatility to it. Very nice, vibrant colors. That is definitely the trend right now. Neons, brights, colors, that whole thing. But okay, you guys, that is it. That is everything I have to say. I feel like this was pretty positive overall, which is always good. Let me know your thoughts down below. Were you curious about this palette? Were you one of the people down in the comments of Friday's video that was all about it? Because I had a blast filming it. I had a blast doing this. This is so right up my alley. I love big palettes that are just worth the price and the money, and like really diving into all that stuff with you guys, I really enjoy. So let me know down below, do you like it? Do you like how everything turned out? Are you excited for tomorrow's video? Because I am. So leave me all your thoughts down below. While you're down there, don't forget you can check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They are both linked down in the description box, which is fantastic because they're just little hyperlinks. So all you have to do is click them, click follow. It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. And like I've said 100 times in every video, because y'all know, gotta plug myself, honey. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications for this here YouTube channel. I do upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. It is bright, it is early. We drink our coffee together. We get ready for work. We do all the things that humans do, and we do it with makeup. New, old, love it, we hate it, doesn't matter. We talk about it 5 days a week. So subscribe and turn on your post notifications. But you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Like an old lady with my pillow to support my back. Yeah. Girl sweating again. Okay. Gotta get it. Oh, that's much better. Okay. Much better. And I feel like lately I've been doing a ton of colorful looks, which I love doing colorful looks, but I haven't. I hate you. Now, something that is not listed in the description. Okay. Thank you. You are so cool. I wish I was as cool as you. Now go. Something that is not listed in the description that I always mention on my channel is the amount of product you get per shant. Are you driving back and forth? Go find another road. And a muffler. Now, something that is not listed in their descriptive text is... You ever just feel real dumb?